Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Moon here. I'm here for your writing lesson today. You just got done listening to the story, maybe not that long ago, and it's called The Greatest Adventure. It was about this little boy named Elliot who wanted his own wild adventure. So he tried his best to have one, and his grandpa was able to help him out with that. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to write about our greatest adventure. Because in the story, Elliot shared what his greatest adventure was. We are going to today talk about how to come up with ideas on what to write about, and then we're going to start a book about that. Are you guys ready? Because I know I am. So whenever we start writing, we have to come up with some ideas. So that's called brainstorming. So we're going to brainstorm some ideas. Now, since you're at home and I'm at home, you guys are going to have to do this at your house. But I'm going to come up with some ideas to kind of show you what it looks like. So whenever I brainstorm, that means I'm going to take my brain and I'm going to think back to some stuff. Today we're going to talk about the greatest adventure. So I want you to think, what have I done that would be the greatest adventure? What is one of the best things that I have done? So some of my ideas are going to be, I've been camping. One thing that comes to mind is flying for the first time. Now remember, brainstorming doesn't have to be complete sentences and it doesn't have to be words. It can be pictures too. So another one could be going to the beach. Another adventure that I had was climbing a mountain in Colorado. That was one of the best ones. So I'm just going to put mountain. So what I want you to do is when you're done watching this video, come up with a couple of ideas, not too many, just a couple. And then you're going to pick one. Okay? So after you've brainstormed your ideas, you've come up with them, you've thought about them, you've created that list. Now what we're going to do is we're going to become illustrators and authors of our own greatest adventure. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually make a cover of the book. So whenever you have a book, you have the cover and you have the back cover and then you have the spine of the book. Right? There's a certain way to read it. So today what we're going to do is we're going to create a cover to a story. Now, if you would like to continue on with that story, please do, because I'm sure your teachers would love to see your work. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pick which idea I wanted to do. So I want to write a story about flying for the first time. So that right there is going to be my idea. So I'm going to put a bubble around it so that I know that's the one I'm going to write about. Okay? Now, after we come up with our idea, we have to remember what actually happened. So whenever I flew for the first time, I lived in Georgia, and then I flew to Houston. That's why I still got my hat on and my shirt on, because I came to Texas for the first time. It was really, really cool. But it was a great adventure. So what you guys are going to be doing after you pick your topic is you're going to create a cover to your story. I suggest doing it in pencil first, just in case you make mistakes, you can erase it. But I am going to take my markers, which are in your backpack. Should be, if you grabbed one. If not, crayons work too, anything. And you are going to title your page, your cover, Our Greatest Adventure. Our greatest adventure. So you want to make sure that you can actually see the words. I know it's kind of hard to see in the video. I'm sorry. I'll bring it closer whenever I'm done. And then down at the bottom or somewhere on your page, you're going to put who it's by. So Miss Moon is writing this one. I'm going to put by Miss Moon. When you do yours, you're going to put by your name. Okay? Because you are the author and you are the illustrator. So you're going to be drawing the pictures and you're going to be writing the words since you were the one that went on the adventure, right? So my adventure was riding in a plane for the very first time. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture of a plane. So do my wings, do the top and the bottom of the plane, do the back fins of the plane, and then I'm going to do the side fin of the plane, because we need all the parts in order for this to work, right? So then I'm going to put the window where the pilot is, and then just add a little bit of detail to give me my windows. Okay, so my greatest adventure was riding in a plane for the first time. Absolutely loved it. Now I fly all the time. Well, not all the time, but I fly more often. Now, once I get this, I got the main idea on there, I can always add details, right? So one thing that I remember that I was doing is I was flying over the Mississippi River. I remember sitting in the plane next to one of these windows, and I remember looking down and seeing that lake, or sorry, the Mississippi River. It was the best thing. I loved it. It was great. I could add a little bit of clouds. I could add some other things in there, but for right now, I'm just going to leave this here. I can go back and I can color it in, and I can add more details as needed. Okay? Now, this is my cover of my story, of my greatest adventure. What you can do is you can just leave it like this and add more details and make it look beautiful. Or you can also add more pages to your story. Okay, so every book has a cover. You can add maybe 1 or 2 pages in there to explain something that happened. I might add a page that says, I enjoyed flying over the Mississippi River, and maybe show me looking out the window down at the river. So everybody's going to be a little bit different. Your adventure is based on what you guys did, right? So you are going to come up with a cover to your story. If you would like, you can extend that and you can actually write the story. And then what you're going to do later is you're going to go onto your teacher's Flipgrid and you're going to show them what your greatest adventure was and tell them your story. All right? So I have enjoyed this greatly. This is such a beautiful picture. It helped me remember something from back whenever, I don't know, it's been quite some time now, maybe about 10 years or so. So I am so excited that I got to share this with you. I hope you guys enjoy creating your greatest adventure, and I know that your teachers are going to absolutely love hearing from you guys. Please make sure you make your cover. Please make sure that you share it with your teacher on Flipgrid because they would love to see it. I will see you guys later.